Hello guys, today we're gonna go over the recruitment and the wish list, and we're gonna talk a bit about Alsa as well, and her rate up, and if you should go for her or not. In all hero recruitment, you have 2.05% chance to, you have a 22.5% chance to get an A level hero. And now you might ask yourself, who should I start with? A lot of people maybe go something like this, where you have Rowan and a Temesia. Or you go Rowan and Vala. And it's a hard call. It depends on what hero you like and what you want to do with your account. Temesia is a great tank to have, and she can help you a bit in some Dream Realm bosses. However, Vala will help you with Primal Lords. She will help you with bosses until you get to Endless, because in Endless they don't have like percentile HP. In Endless they will always have full HP, so she will never get her true damage and go into her melee form. When it comes to A tiers, you really want to focus Merrily out of the gate, and you might, instead of Corin, have Lucius, just to get him up a little bit. You don't have to take him very far, maybe like Legendary Plus or something. And then you want to focus Corin, because Corin is a key piece in a lot of Dream Realms, even in some Primal Lords as well. And when he's Mythic Plus, he becomes a great damage dealer, and she also shields your allies and just jumps around a lot. He's really good. And when it comes to Mauler, Smokey is a must-have. That can't be understated. You need Smokey. Try and max him out. And as the second S-tier Mauler, you can start with Brutus until you get a copy of him. And that's kind of funny actually. I haven't gotten a copy of him yet. I had him on the wish list for like 3-4 weeks and didn't get him. And now we come to the most contested A tiers. So what you want to start out with is a Odie and Antandra. Once you get an Antandra copy, swap her out for Coco, and then you want to focus the Odie and the Coco. And you want to get Coco to Mythic Plus at least, because that's when Coco really pops off. And all allies gain a shield for 7 seconds that can absorb damage equal to 15% of the total damage dealt by allies affected by full energy when it's active, and the full energy is her ultimate. All the damage dealers, when Coco gives out her full energy, will get an insane shield. Coco is really strong for bosses and waves where you get nuked down really quickly. Kruger is really strong as well. He reduces the target's physical defense by 10, up to 4 stacks on a target, and every time he ultimates, he does 3 stacks, so it's 30% instantly. So he's really good for some bosses as well. And when you have the OD maxed, swap him out for Kruger. And then when you have Coco at Mythic Plus, like, swap her out for Antandra. And the wild affection is a bit different now that we have Florabelle in here. Aaron, he is like a must pick. He's used in so many combos, in so many modes. He's used in PvE, he's used in PvP, and he's used with other heroes like Carolina and Florabelle to combo. He's also used with Arden as well, so you want to go for him. And in the second spot, I will actually go for Hewin until you get a copy, Granny until you get a copy, and then put Florabelle in, just so you have something to use in the Tower of Nature, so you get your Legend Channels done. In the wild A tiers, it's a bit easier to pick. You should just go with Arden and Damien. Damien has been insane lately, become kinda meta in PvP stuff. And the last faction we have is Graveborn. Here you want to go for a Thorin. You should probably just keep him there, to be honest. And then if you want to go for Cecia or Carolina, it kind of depends. If you get a lot of Aaron copies, but you haven't gotten a lot of Graveborns, I could make the argument that you should go for Carolina, so you can combo Aaron and Carolina. They're really strong together when they're Mythic Plus. However, if you don't, I would probably just start out with Cecia, because she's great early game, and she will get you a lot of progress. Because once you get her up, she will entangle enemies herself as well, and just become really strong overall. And you can also grab copies in the arena store to push up even quicker. And then we have the A tier levels in Graveborn. And I think the strongest one here is the Viperian. When he becomes S+, he can really pop off. He's not that great at like bosses and stuff, but at nuking, he's really good. And you might find some use for him in like AFK stages and fights where you need to nuke a lot, and maybe in like battle drills in the guild. And the other A tier hero in Graveborn doesn't matter that much. You can either go for Sylvina or Neru. Sylvina could be pretty good in Legend Trials. She will jump the backline and stun the enemy. So that's pretty much what. So this is pretty much how the wishlist would look like if I started playing the game again today. And then we go into epic recruitment. So who should you focus in here? There are a lot of great picks to choose from, but I will start with Smokey because you really want Smokey up as fast as possible. You want a Thorn because you want to get him up as well. He's one of the best S tier tanks. And if you go for Carolina or Cecia, that's up to you. It depends on what I spoke about earlier. If you gotten a lot of Aaron copies or not. And after 4th place, I would put in Aaron because you need a lot of copies of him and he combos with a lot of heroes. And once you get him to Mythic Plus, I would probably swap him around as well. And by then, I would probably go with something like Vala or maybe Florabelle. And Brutus, once you get a copy from him, either from normal recruitments or the epic recruitments, I will just swap him out as well. You can swap him out for either Vala, so you get a great boss killer, or you can swap him out for a Rowan, because Rowan really pops off when he becomes Mythic Plus as well. With the potion, he will also grant your allies with physical defense and magical defense by 30%, so he becomes really strong as well. But I wouldn't want to focus him in the beginning. So the 5th slot is basically just playing around with some heroes that you need in the beginning. Like if you haven't gotten a Granny as well, perhaps, or a Hewin for normal recruitments, maybe you can put them in here as well. It's really up to you. These are like, the first 4 is the core. This is like the heroes you want right now. So either if you want Carolina or you want Cecia, that's up to you. So it can look either way here. But I believe this is one of the best cores you can go for right now. And the 5th slot is just up to you. If you haven't gotten a lot of Rowan copies, you could go for him. If you haven't gotten Vala copies, you could go for her. Or you could go for Florabelle if you need more PvP stuff or some PvE stuff as well. And now to the Alsa. In the rate up, you have 3% to grabbing the rate up hero. This time it's Alsa. And you have 10% chance to grab a A level hero. So I wouldn't recommend going for rate up if you don't have a decent default team, because you need all these A tiers to level up as well, because they are a core part of your team overall. So taking a lower percentage just to get the rate up hero, it's not good. So if I were you and you're just starting out, I wouldn't focus rate up heroes. I just wouldn't. Even though Alsa looks pretty good, or really good depending on how far you get her up, I just wouldn't go for her. Maybe one copy when you have like collected all the daily logins where you get 3 rate up letters. Once you get all of these and you have 18, maybe you can spend some diamonds and see if you get her. But I wouldn't do it otherwise, because the A tiers you get from here is so important for your team as well. And it's just not worth it lowering the chance by 12.5% just to get the rate up here. The Stargaze is a bit special. You don't get a lot of Stellar Crystals. The default choice right now is Rainier. And I think as a free-to-play or low spender, you shouldn't go for anyone else. And there really isn't much to say about this, but here you will also get Temporal Essence and Tidal Essence in Omnicorn as well. If you really high roll, you will get diamonds as well. But as always guys, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.